Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
And Jordan Spieth's had a rough couple of months on the golf course, considering what we're used to seeing from him. But you know that old saying, winning changes everything. Spieth tied for the lead at 16 when this birdie putt drops, putting him up by 1. Let's go to the very next hole. The crowd's fired up. How would Spieth react? A very difficult spot behind the green. Are you kidding me? Even Spieth can't believe what just happened. The 22-year-old earns his 8th PGA Tour title and his very first in his home state of Texas. 6-time PGA Tour winner Rocco Mediate is now a 3-time winner on the PGA Tour Champions and a major winner to boot. Mediate hit clutch shot after clutch shot Sunday in the Senior PGA Championship. This one from the greenside bunker at 17. It's a wire-to-wire victory and a 3-shot win over Bernhard Langer. On the LPGA Tour, back to that winning changes everything bit. After so many close calls, Ariya Jutanugarn has now reeled off 3 straight victories, the first 3 of her young career. Today she held the trophy high in the LPGA Volvic Championship. What a championship Sunday it was. Lisa Cornwell, Trip Eisenhower, Brian Bateman here to recap it all. We'll get to Jordan Spieth in just a minute, but we have to start with Ariya and what she's done. It's something really, guys, we haven't seen before on the men's or women's tour.
Nobody's ever won their first 3 tournaments back to back to back. If you look at how she's played, she's 43 under in her last 12 rounds of golf. This is amazing stuff from a lady we knew had the talent, but we saw her in big moments, giveaway tournaments, but now she's got that confidence of winning, and you can see what it did today. She expanded her lead. She kept trying to push the envelope. So great stuff out of Jutanugarn. I think we're going to see her start winning a lot because the complete game is there.
Winning breeds confidence. Winning does change everything, but winning breeds confidence, and she's playing some unbelievable golf right now. Back-to-back-to-back wins to get her year started, or to get her first 3 wins of her career. Unbelievable performance. She may go on to win a few more before the year's over.
We haven't seen Jordan Spieth struggle with confidence much over his career, but his Sunday performances, he has struggled a bit. Today he erased all of that. How was he able to get this win?
You look at how he persevered. He even par through the front 9, a great par save at the 8th hole, but then he got things going on the back 9. And Jordan Spieth, any questions about the putting, the short game, and if he's something special and the Masters had a lingering effect, well, those are out the window after Colonial.
The huge putt that he made on 8 for par, you know, he made all pars on the front 9, but the par on 8, 32 feet, just to get his round going, I think that was the spark that led him into the back 9. Back 9 30, and just every time he had a chance to do something, he did it, and no one could catch him.
Shots, you guys are talking about it. Let's see them. Let's head to Fort Worth and the final round of the Dean and DeLuca Invitational at famed Colonial Country Club. Jordan Spieth entered the final round with a 1-shot lead. Of course, looking for that 8th PGA Tour title. One of his challengers, Harris English, here at the par 5 first. How about right out of the gates, Augusto?
Yeah, and Jordan Spieth said, you know, he knew that people with 1 and 2 being very easy holes, he knew people were going to make a charge at him. Well, he didn't expect a charge quite like that. Harris English with a great hole out from 84 yards.
And tying the lead at that point at -12. Spieth now at the par 3 8th, Brian.
And this is the putt I was referring to, Lisa. Just kind of a ho-hum first 7 holes. Misses it way left of the green. Doesn't hit the best of chips. But this is where the round started for Jordan Spieth. Watch the fist pump. 32 feet for par. And from here on out, seemed like he was making everything.
So he would stay at 12 under. 1 back, 9 pars on his front 9. So steady performances. Let's go to 10 when all of a sudden things start lighting up.
Well, you would say he's stuck in neutral, but here he's got a putt. He's got to play about a foot of break. He's got to match the line and the speed, and, well, now we're in first gear. No neutral for Jordan Spieth.
Moves him to 13 under, still 1 back. English now at the par 5 11th, a 12-footer for birdie.
Yeah, from 117 yards out, hit a beautiful wedge shot, and you have to take advantage of the par 5s, especially with Harris's length. Makes a birdie, second in a row.
I think he's in control at this point. That puts him at 15 under and a 2-shot lead. Spieth, he wouldn't have any of that. Here he is at 11.
Well, the short game's so great all week, and it's really been one of the missing links in Jordan Spieth's game from last year to this year, and it was not missing there at the 11th. Beautiful birdie.
And he's at 14 under, now 1 back of English. So let's go to English and a bit of a trouble spot here at the par 4 12th.
Yeah, missed the fairway to the left, and really his only option was the back right bunker. Not Harris's best effort. Leaves himself a moderate chance for par, but I know he wanted to get that one a little bit closer.
He would make a bogey there, drop to -14. So now we have a tied lead with this guy.
137 yards at the 12th. He had a tap-in birdie yesterday. Well, that's not a tap-in. It's 4.5 feet. It's a tap-in for him the way he's been putting this week.
So now Spieth is at 15 under and the solo leader now at the par 3 13th, his second from the greenside bunker. It's a long one.
Yeah, long bunker shot, Lisa. Not much sand in the bunker, water long, and he just bladed it. I mean, we all thought it was going in the water, and somehow it hangs up. And now he's not even out of the woods yet because he's still got a difficult up and down trip with his short game. He can minimize mistakes, and he gets away with a bogey.
Yeah, you talk about great par saves. That was a great bogey save, so it drops him to 14 under, and the co-leader now at the par 4 14th.
Yeah, and you can see he is frustrated, and there was a lot of that this week. He did not find the fairway very often. In fact, only hit half of the fairways for the week, and that's going to leave a difficult up and down. He pitches to here 13 feet to save his par, and Jordan Spieth in big moments. We saw it in 2015, and now we're seeing it at Colonial.
And perfect pacing, because if that ball had had much more speed on it, there's no way it would have fallen. So he knew exactly how to play it. He's the co-leader at that point at -14. A great par save for him now at the par 3 16th for birdie.
Yeah, one shot lead, middle of the green. You would think that he's just going to try to get it close, but after what we watched on the back nine, no surprise there that he drains that one for birdie.
So now he has a one-shot lead. 2 holes to play. Let's go to 17. Trouble off the tee. Actually hit a volunteer, goes up and gives him some acknowledgement, which is always nice to see the players do that.
Got to get some breaks every now and then, and that was a good one for Jordan Spieth.
So let's take a look at his second shot from 165 out. He has a 9-iron in hand.
Yeah, the grass behind him a lot higher in this one, but that first cut just enough to kind of let that ball jump, and well, now we're up there where we're going to have to get relief, and we got us a ball game. It looks like there's an opening.
So Spieth with his third looks to be a very difficult shot. Not a lot of green to work with, but who needs it when you're Jordan Spieth?
Taking advantage of the moment, Lisa. I mean, that's what champions do. They rise up to the occasion when all the pressure's on them. Perfect example right there for a chip-in birdie. Love the reaction here.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Mic drop.
I don't have a short game. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, so he is now at 16 under and has a 2-shot lead with 1 to play. Let's go to the final hole, his second from 163 out.
The only thing you can't do here, there's water to the left, so Jordan Spieth knows that, and there's the fist pump because he knows that ball's going to be up there flag high, and he can enjoy this victory, his first victory in Texas. Jordan Spieth, as a professional, I should say, doing everything he needs to do.
3 putts to win here, Tripp. And how do you finish in style? What do you want to do?
Right here.
You know, you hadn't made a 30-footer in about 6 holes. Let's try another one. Unbelievable putting exhibition by Jordan Spieth today. What a great champion.
And for the week, 1-putt percentage is just up there every hole.
After an even par front 9, Spieth lit it up on the back. 5 birdies, just 1 bogey all day on a very, very difficult golf course. Harris English, Ryan Palmer, Webb Simpson. Well, they could only watch and wonder. It's a 3-shot victory for Jordan Spieth. Time now for the Titleist Tour Report with the winner, Jordan Spieth.
It was an electric performance on the back nine for Jordan Spieth, your first win on the PGA Tour here in Texas. But I want to start with a couple of par saves. A par save on 8 and the par save on 14. How important were those to the confidence in your round?
Yeah, I didn't deserve par on 8 by any means. I mean, just a poor first shot, and then I drew a really tough lie and kind of just decelled on the chip. But man, I mean, just to have that putt go in, you can hit a perfect putt from that distance. It's still got to be lucky for it to actually find the bottom of the hole. Very fortunate to keep momentum there. And then, when the 1 on 10 finally went, I'm under par instead of over par somehow through 10 holes. And, we were able to sit back and say, you know what, we can grab a few more now. Now we got some momentum.
Was there some patience that you had to have during that front nine to allow for the performance that you had on the back?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I'm watching Ryan make birdies. I'm watching Weber come back and make birdies after he bogeys the first. And the guys in front of us, Kyle and Harry, are making birdies. So when that's happening and the wind isn't up, the greens are soft, it is difficult to stay patient. But that was the one thing that we told ourselves on every single hole, really stressed it.
Jason Day has won his last start, Rory McIlroy has won his last start, and now Jordan Spieth has done the same thing. For you, what does this say? What confidence does this give you battling those two players who are also playing very well going into a very busy and important summer?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I mean, this is a big step for me to, make a move on Jason's #1 reign, and he's still got some space there that, we're going to try and close out. But, I knew it would be somewhat difficult to come back from what happened at the Masters. I knew that was, I don't wish that upon anybody. I mean, it was not fun to experience. It's not fun to hear people in the crowd, walking down today yelling out, remember the Masters. That's just what you hear. That's going to happen. To get over that hurdle in our third tournament back says a lot about our character out there. And, I think the golf gods were certainly on our side. I caught some breaks at the end as well.
Congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot.
Cannot believe they were yelling, "Remember the Masters" in the gallery.
Unusual.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Jordan Spieth, well, he doesn't care because he wins for the 8th time on the PGA Tour at the age of 22. It's just the second player in Tour history to do that. Horton Smith won 14 times before his 23rd birthday. That happened between 1928 and 1930. Obviously, Jordan Spieth continuing to set records. Ball striking was great this week. The attitude was great. He had a ton of confidence, but watching him putt, it continues to be the main story behind the magic of his success.
Well, when you look at Jordan Spieth last year and what he was able to do from 15 to 25 feet, nobody was better. He made putt after putt after putt in big moments. And Jordan Spieth, this year, there's just been a little fall off of that. And if you compare that to what Jason Day's doing this year, Jason Day is the best putter on tour outside of 20 feet until today, and that's what we saw out of Jordan Spieth, and that's what really has been saving him. Now, people say, can you keep doing that? Is that sustainable? Well, absolutely it's sustainable because his speed is so almost exceptional time and time again. Even the putts he was missing today, they all look like they were going in. And Jordan Spieth is becoming that front runner now. When he has the lead, he really does not shake away from that lead. He was 4 for 6 with 54-hole leads coming in. Now he's 5 for 7. And I know he's happy to get that monkey off his back, the Masters. Many said he would be done after that. I never said he was going to be done because there is something special about this young man.
He's in the final group today, trying to win this event for the first time. He finished second in Texas 3 times last year. Had the debacle last week with a 74. He's in the final group. He goes out and shoots 65, which was only 1 round lower than him throughout the entire field. That was Chad Campbell with a 63. So if you're in the final group, you come out and shoot the second lowest round of the day, you deserve to win. And when the pressure was on, his putter bailed him out. He had 24 putts for the round, 9 putts on the back 9. Coming down the stretch. It was just an unbelievable performance from someone we expect to make putts, and that's what he did today.
No doubt. We'll be talking about Jordan Spieth during tonight's show quite a bit, but right now we'll get you ready for what's coming up. How about Rocco Mediate? A 3-time winner on the PGA Tour Champions and the first major title of his career. He's a wire-to-wire winner. No wonder he's smiling. And Area Jatanagarn, the LPGA Volvic Championship, that makes it 3 straight wins in a row. A historic feat for this young woman.
Golf Central is brought to you by Titleist, the #1 ball at the Dean and DeLuca Invitational. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. Bushnell Golf and the Tour X. Slope technology when you want it, tournament legal when you need it.